Round 2 Biden versus Trump, the return. Well folks, it happened again. Just when you thought it was safe to turn on your TV without needing a stiff drink, Biden and Trump were back at it. The 2024 presidential debate stage became a political wrestling ring once more. We were promised a battle of ideas, a clash of visions for America. What we got was, well, pretty much what we expected. Imagine a shouting match at your local bingo night, but with nuclear codes involved. The stakes were high, the tension palpable, mostly because everyone was worried one of them might spontaneously combust from sheer rage. Oh, and also the future of American democracy. But yeah, mostly the combustion thing. Buckle up, kids, because this recap is going to be a wild ride. Forget policy analysis or nuanced commentary, we're diving headfirst into the chaos that was the Biden versus Trump debate, part 2. Don't worry, we come pre-equipped with a healthy dose of cynicism and enough alcohol to sedate a small elephant. This time, the gloves were off, and the punches were verbal but no less impactful. The audience was on the edge of their seats, not knowing whether to laugh, cry, or just change the channel. From fiery exchanges to awkward silences, this debate had it all. Even the moderators had their hands full trying to keep the peace. So grab your popcorn, maybe a stress ball, and let's relive the madness together. Sleepy Joe versus the Donald, A Tale of Two Gaffes. In the world of political theater, few performances have been as memorable as this one. Biden, bless his heart, seemed to be channeling his inner grandpa at a family reunion. You know the type, the one who tells the same stories over and over again, but you listen because you love him. He wandered around the stage, occasionally mumbling something about back in my day and malarkey. It was almost endearing, if not for the fact that he was running for the highest office in the land. One highlight? When he referred to Putin as that guy, you know, the one with the bears, classic Joe. It was a moment that left everyone scratching their heads and chuckling at the same time. Trump, on the other hand, was a well-coiffed tornado of insults and interruptions. His strategy seemed to be to overwhelm with sheer volume and bravado. He spent a good chunk of the debate ranting about fake news and calling Biden sleepy. It was like watching a reality TV show, only with higher stakes. At one point, he even accused Biden of stealing his dentures. The absurdity of the claim was matched only by the conviction with which he delivered it. Okay, maybe I made that last one up, but it wouldn't have been out of place, frankly. The debate was a circus, and both candidates were the ringmasters. Look, I'm not saying Biden was a beacon of clarity, far from it. His moments of confusion were frequent and often cringeworthy. There were moments where even his teleprompter seemed to be judging him. It was as if the machine itself was saying, "Come on, man, get it together." But Trump's constant interruptions and blatant disregard for facts were impressive, in a terrifying kind of way. It was like watching a train wreck. You couldn't look away. Think of it like this. Biden was like your slightly senile uncle who forgets your name sometimes. But Trump was the drunk guy at the bar yelling conspiracy theories at the TV. Both were entertaining, but neither inspired much confidence. Policy? What policy? It seemed like the concept of policy was a distant memory, more like personal attacks and punchlines. The debate quickly devolved into a series of jabs and one-liners. You'd think with the economy, climate change, and a global pandemic raging, they might have focused on, actual issues. But no, the real problems were sidelined. But this wasn't a debate, it was a roast battle gone wrong. The atmosphere was more akin to a comedy club than a serious political discussion. We learned more about the candidates' personal hygiene habits and dietary preferences than their plans for the country. It was almost like a reality TV show. Trump boasted about the size of his rallies. His focus seemed more on crowd sizes than policy details. Biden bragged about his ability to drink a milkshake without using a straw. It was a strange flex, to say the least. It was like watching two toddlers fight over a broken toy, except the toy was the American dream. The stakes were high, but the behavior was childish. At one point, the moderator actually pleaded with them to stick to the topic. It was a desperate attempt to bring some order. It was like watching a babysitter try to reason with rabid raccoons. The chaos was palpable. Spoiler alert, it didn't work. The candidates continued their off-topic tirades. By the end, I'm pretty sure even the flies in the studio were exhausted. The entire event was draining for everyone involved. Section 4, Biden's whispers versus Trump's tantrums, a study in contrasts. Their speaking styles were like night and day, or rather, like a lullaby in a heavy metal concert. Biden, when he wasn't forgetting what he was saying, spoke in hushed, almost apologetic tones. It was like he was trying to convince a room full of pigeons not to poop on his car. Trump, in his usual fashion, went full-blown WWE wrestler. He yelled, He pointed. He made enough hand gestures to put a symphony conductor to shame. He was like a human exclamation point, except less grammatically correct. Look, I get it. Politics is a tough game. But these two took it to a whole new level of absurdity. It was less Lincoln Douglas and more Beavis and Butthead try to debate the merits of nachos. Section 5, and the winner is America loses. So, who won the debate? Honestly, who cares? The real winner was probably the fact-checking industry, who by now need a team of forensic accountants just to keep up with the lies. But in all seriousness, America lost. We lost another night to this ridiculous charade, another missed opportunity for real dialogue and debate. We were left with more questions than answers, more insults than solutions. The only appropriate way to end this recap is with a good, old-fashioned facepalm, or maybe just a stiff drink. Actually, make that a double. America, we need to talk.